Welcome to Gainesville, Florida, and the swamp, where, as they like to say here, only the Gators come out alive. This place is cranked up and ready for a big game today. We've got a really compelling contest here, a team that's earned a top 25 ranking, heading on the road for a serious test of their poise and their mettle. As we'll see the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on another team from the SEC, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbst. Alabama will kick it off to get us underway. Returner looking to create better field position. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. So the Florida Gators offense trots out there to open this game. And the focus, of course, on this quarterback. Kirk, this guy just has the it factor. He is him, as they say.
Well, Chris, we've had a chance to watch this guy closely all year, and I don't know if I've ever seen a kid throw the football like this guy. His awareness in and out of the pocket is special. He's a unique quarterback and a really dynamic player. Well, this defense has got to be aware that this quarterback and this offensive coordinator, they're not afraid to take shots. Here we see it early in this game, throwing the ball downfield. Defense has got to be aware. Keep those safeties back. Keep your eyes up. Try to keep a lid on this offense and look for some turnover opportunities.
Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Under pressure, just lets it go. Just throws it away, but takes a big hit in the process. Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Pressure is coming. Defense is coming after him. And he'll just throw it away now. Couldn't make anything happen, and that's now going to bring up 4th down.
Well, he just threw it away here, Chris, and it's not the worst decision. You wish he'd find a guy open to give him a chance for this offense to convert, but at least they have some room now to work if they want to bring the punter out.
The Gators will have to kick this away. He's on looking for a solid punt here. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. A quick juke to get free. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. So Alabama's offense out there for their first possession. More of this game within the game, Kirk. You got the quarterback and the corner, 2 of the better guys in the country at their position, very aware of each other.
And on the other side, you got a quarterback that has an attitude of he doesn't care. He's confident in his ability to shift and move the defense at will. It's going to be a great matchup. Great job on the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
An inside give now from the shotgun. He's stopped, but he gets a 1st down.
Well, I know people want to talk about the spread, and Alabama's offense has changed over the years, but at the end of the day, with this coaching staff, it still comes down to the line of scrimmage and the ability to pound the rock. Think about the backs they've had in recent years. Mark Ingram and Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, Jahmyr Gibbs most recently. This is an offense that still wants to control things up front and beat you down.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Miller. And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. 1st and goal from the 9.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the 1st down in the process.
Alabama's offense now lining up on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. It's Milroe. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Brought down. The completion moves the ball down to the 4.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
The crowd really making some noise now, trying to help out this defense to get this stop near the goal line. And they hand it off to the back. skates his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football, and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
Here comes the point after attempt. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. The Florida offense retakes the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. And it's incomplete on a very quick throw. Incomplete. Second down coming up. Off play action. He's looking to throw. Breaks free. And he's taken down way behind the line. It'll be a huge loss here.
I personally love the aggressive approach here by this offensive coordinator. You got to take some chances. You got to create some matchups. But if you don't protect the quarterback, you have no chance.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Running with purpose. Takes him about 3 yards there, but it's going to be fourth down.
Tackle at the 6-yard line. Coming up, fourth down.
And the Gators will line up to punt it away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. So from his own end zone, he gets the kick away. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. The tackle is made just a short gain after the completion.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit, the swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. That wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. And they pick up the first on the ground. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. The tackle is made, but the gain sets the offense up. First and goal from the 9.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
Caught behind the line. It's Williams. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And they get set now to try the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
Number 14, set to kick it off.
And it's fielded. Returner trying to make something happen. Returner is brought down. Gets to start on the next drive. The Gators offense retakes the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive? Opening play of the drive, he looks right for a completion. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Chris, with this style of RPO, the quarterback has to do a really good job of staying on that ride with the running back to make sure that the defense is really up against the run before he can pull it out and throw the football. Here, it's a little further downfield, but the same result as far as the potential and the big...
And he lofts it toward the sideline. Catch made. It's a big play inside the 30. Tackle is finally made, but an explosive gain. They'll move it down to the 23-yard line.
Well, this is what you would call a 3-down back. Running backs, they can run between the tackles. They can get outside. They can also catch the ball out of the backfield. Here, they have the benefit of having one of those kind of backs. They can not just catch the ball, but once he gets his hands on the ball, he's got enough wiggle and speed to be able to get after a defense.
That's caught. It's Johnson. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Second down after that completion. Back in motion now. Scanning the field. It's Lagway. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Now it's third and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Looks to his left and makes the completion. And they've got him at the 4, but a big gain on that catch and run. They bring him down, but wow, the freshman showing off the arm strength. So Alabama will take the lead into the quarter break here. They jumped out to an early lead in that opening period. Let's take a quick look at the stats so far. Crucial stage of the game as we begin the second quarter. Is this one going to get out of hand? The Gators trying to punch it in. It's first and goal. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Here's the handoff on first and goal. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. Coming up, second down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
That guy just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
This defense is making it tough. Ball still at the 3. It's third and goal. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution. We reach the end zone.
You know, it's to pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
And they'll set up with a PA2. PAT is good, a still trail though. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And here's the return from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Makes a nice move there. And heads out of bounds after a decent game.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed. He also showed the ability to break tackles on that one.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Back to pass. It's Milroe. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Stiff arms the man. They finally get him down, but a solid gain in that screen pass. Good call there.
You know, Chris, you think about it, efficiency has always kind of been the description of a great Alabama quarterback. Man, think about the playmakers that they've had over the last few years at this position. Jalen, Tua, Bryce Young recently. Just a different level of quarterback play and really gives this offense edge to it.
First down, looking to throw the ball. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. He'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
Second down play coming up. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Brought down, but broke a tackle. Produce a solid game there.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice game like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice game.
An important third down attempt for this offense. Can he get there on the ground? Fights off a defender. Brought down to the 47, and that will move the sticks.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Well, it's an incompletion here. I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
Incompletion sets up a second down. Scanning the field. It's Milroe. Short throw to the back, caught behind the line of scrimmage. In the clear at the 25. Tackle made after a big gain.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
Alabama comes up with the line quickly. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Jet sweep here. Can the receiver get the edge? They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Man, the biggest thing when you run the jet sweep, you cannot afford penetration. Here the defense does a nice job almost anticipating the jet sweep is coming, and they make this offense pay for that with a significant loss.
Getting set. There's second down. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Defense stops him, but that's a solid game. crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can you keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? And he'll drop back here on third down. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bama. Well, they slowed the game down with a long, grinding drive to produce a touchdown. That was impressive.
What's impressive to me is the consistency. You know, it's one thing to hit a receiver and you score a big touchdown, but to be able to go and sustain drives and keep the sticks moving, that puts a lot on the quarterback and the execution of the offense, and man, did they make that look easy.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14.
That makes the score now about 21-7.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
Set to kick this one away.
They'll return it from inside the 5. They'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. Can the defense make adjustments?
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
Important second down play coming up. Dropping back. It's Lagway. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. A big hook by the linebacker, able to knock him down.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
They crank up the tempo here for this important third down play. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Tight end makes the grab. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
That's a big first down for this offense, and it's not been a great day so far, but maybe this play can get them going. And keep this in mind, Chris, because they started the game with the possession, they will not get to start the second half on offense, so they need points right here.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Caught on the outside. It's Johnson. And he'll step out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage there. The defense pursuit forced him out.
Yeah, Chris, not an ideal play here when you throw the football and you go the wrong direction. I think we got to look at the playbook here to see how we can try to make those yards up.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And he drops back in the gun. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. The pocket breaking down. But just gives up on the play, throws it away, and now it's 4th down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
With the return, it's Adams. The coverage team makes the stop on this return. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Let's see how this offense plays this. They try to get some more points for the half or play it more conservatively. We cannot escape the defense with a sack.
Well, that's the kind of play right there that this defense has been looking for. Maybe that'll spark them because, let's face it, this game has not gone the way they had hoped. But a play like that sometimes can create some momentum and change the complexion of the football game.
Backed up here, 2nd and long from the 15. They'll give it to the back. Fighting off the defender. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for one or two more plays before halftime. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. The punt team making their way on the field. He's on to boot it away now. On the return, it's Hawkins. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got.
The Gators will kick this away to get the second half going. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Off the play fake on first down. Contact as he let the ball go. Caught over the middle. It's Adams. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down.
You know, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient and playing smart at the position and being a great complement to that running game in the defense.
Grab down the middle. It's Adams. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
A nice throw and a great catch by another Alabama wide receivers. That's really where we are anymore with Alabama. You just come to expect great receivers like this. You think back in recent years to Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith. The list goes on and on. Boy, they've got some great-looking receivers on this squad.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Back to throw. It's Milroe. Finds an open target on the left side. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Man, this wide receiver has been a difference maker in this football game. He's got 2 touchdowns already. Now they look to him again, and he picks up the first down.
Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 now. Here comes the handoff. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Play action fake, looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Haynes. He's brought down after a short gain that's not going to be first down yardage. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. That short completion sets up a 3rd down play. Can he make it to the marker? Finding space at the 20. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big 3rd down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. And the single back takes the handoff. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7. And they'll set up now for the extra point try. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more.
That makes the score Alabama 28.
Getting set to kick the ball off now.
Number 14, set to kick off.
Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Florida offense retakes the field. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? The sure hands. It's Johnson.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Pass caught, second down now. Hand off to the back. And it's good for a first down to the 36.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
That run, good for a first down. The offense still rolling. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass you've got to have to come up with and make a catch.
Incompletion makes it second down. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. To throw, it's leg way. The receiver makes the grab. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down.
That's an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding that window between the zones and delivering the ball on time.
And the Gators pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Johnson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
And you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time, they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Runs through a tackle. He's got space here. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Love to see quarterbacks try to keep a play alive. He gave it everything he had here. He came up short of the first down. Boy, he gave him a chance.
The Gators will bring their punt team onto the field.
On to kick it away.
And the kick bounces and goes out of bounds down near the goal line. Outstanding work by the punter. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. This has been a dominant performance so far. Up double digits at the break, building on the lead here in the second half. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
You know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Handoff here from the shotgun. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. So this defense finally makes a play. That's one of the few negative plays for this offense today.
Yeah, you said it, Chris. They don't have the easiest road to climb back in this one, but little plays like that can be points of positivity of what coaches will likely focus on as they move forward.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Making people miss. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
So Alabama will take the lead into the quarter break here. So after 3 quarters of play, it's a pretty solid lead. Let's take a look at our game stats, how we got here. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. Looking for some space. It's Miller. Stopped after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and it's a nice, solid game.
So a very makeable 3rd down for the offense from the 29. They'll try to run for the first down. Looks like Alabama will have the first down.
Boy, this offense just seems to get more confident as this football game is played out. They've got a nice lead. Here they are in the 4th quarter, just working that clock, possessing the football, and trying to get out of here with a nice, solid victory.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Stop at the 43, but that's enough to make a first down.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Hey, it's a great job of running the football. It's the right idea, but the back's got to stay in bounds. Because remember, with the new rule in college football, the clock still stops momentarily until the referee sets the play clock for the next play, and then it'll start again. So stay in bounds and work that clock.
Change of pace, now looking to throw the football. If they don't make the connection, that run is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you just have too much time in your hands. You end up thinking way too much. Gets your hands a little shaky.
The 2nd and incompletion sets up 3rd and inches. To throw, it's Milrow. Can't hold on. Good defensive play brings up a 4th down.
With 3rd down and short, they decide to throw the football, roll the dice a bit, doesn't work out. Now you're at 4th and short. You got to wonder, with this offensive line, this running back, do you run the football to convert it, or do you try to go through the air again?
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. And the punt will go out of bounds, taking the returner out of play. And the Gators offense retakes the field. The last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
Completion good for 1st down yardage for this offense. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And bulldozing his way through. The gain moves the football to the 6-yard line, and 1st down and goal.
Boy, just a great job by this quarterback of being able to put this ball up in the air to give his receiver a chance to time that up perfectly for a huge gain for the offense.
The Gators come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Has caught. Can he get in? He'll be stopped short a couple yards from the goal line.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards. I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Looking to chuck it again. He's moving out of the pocket. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Florida. Quarterback doesn't see anybody open. Kirk says, I'll just do this myself.
How about this? What a luxury. Anytime you can make something happen, even when all the receivers are covered, everything's taken away, you take it yourself. And good luck to the defense trying to stop that.
The extra point is good. Still a 2-touchdown deficit, 28-14. I believe they can line up here and go for the onside kick. Offense with a crucial fumble recovery. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They're trying to build on their lead. They were forced to punt on the last possession. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. They stop him after a 6-yard gain. So 2nd and 4.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
2nd down here. Time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. Press coverage now from the secondary. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. On the ground, it's Haynes. Now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
The game picks up the 1st down, tackled at the 37. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 now. They're going to run it here. It's a nice wrap-up there by the junior. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Now it's 2nd down here. He hands it off from the gun. Able to fight for a decent gain here on that running play.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situations, much more manageable. We'll see if they can convert.
3rd down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Gain moves it to the 24. That's a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration.
Oh, man, there's nothing like taking a knee on the road to run out the clock and take home a victory. Because you know, they've been hearing it all game long from these fans on the road. And this time, they get to go home with a W.
Well, they had some high hopes, Kirk, coming into this game. They practiced well, prepared well, they were optimistic, but things just did not work out, and that's a tough loss.
Yeah, their opponent just made more plays than they did, plain and simple. But there's a lot to learn from losses like this, and the smart coaches know how to use them to motivate their team moving forward.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation.